Exhilarating sports talk coming up next on The Doug Stewart Show in about 2 minutes. Stay tuned. We're about to have some fun. That's right, sports talk, guy talk, right here on The Doug Stewart Show. Show coming up in about a minute and a half. Hold on. You have entered a no puppet zone. That's right, no puppetry around here. The Doug Stewart Show coming up in about 1 minute. The realest, treeless, most unfiltered sports and guy talk show in America. The Doug Stewart Show coming up in about 30 seconds. Yes!
Play this record as frequently as possible.
The Doug Stewart Show
is the best in the world as far as I'm concerned.
This is sports talk for the people. The Doug Stewart Show. It's like the tail wagging the dog. They create the narrative. Don't believe it. Don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe. Or are you not entertained? This is sports talk with hot sauce. Texas Pete hot sauce. The Doug Stewart Show. Yeah! What's happening? Welcome to the Doug Stewart Show. And this is the Tribute Tuesday. And oh boy, we got a lot of great things we got to get to today, as we do every single day, man. Thank you so much for joining your folk on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Bring the beat back for your boy one more time, though, Cassidy. Bring it back. I need it. I need it. I need a scratch beat. Thank you for joining me on the Doug Stewart Show, April 5th, 2015. This is a Tribute Tuesday. And we got a lot of tributing to do. Thank you so much for joining your boy on the Doug Stewart Show. Shouts out, good morning to all of the Stewies out there, wherever you may be. Good morning, good afternoon, good night, wherever you may be once again. You might be in Budapest. You might be in Ireland. You might be in Antarctica. You might be in Australia. Kicking it with Iggy Azalea. Wherever you may be, man, thank you so much for tuning in to the Doug Stewart Show. If you're new to the show, thank you for tuning in. What took you so long? We've been doing this for about a year and a half now. The best sports and guy talk show in the world, not in America, but in the world, goes down right here Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network. A couple things you need to do. If you're new, you need to go to Spreaker.com. You need to search and find the Doug Stewart Show and hit the follow button. All right, make sure you do that. That's very important. Make sure you do that. And then you need to hit the little chat bubble and jump into our chat room. We actually have the best chat room in America. And I'm not even joking. We have the best chat room in America. I call it the fantasy island of sports and guy chat. And its inhabitants, I call those people the Stewies. Yes, the Stewies. Yes. Oh, man. All right, so much to get into, man. Obviously, we're going to talk about the national championship game. Obviously, we're going to talk about my prognostication skills. Damn. Ah! Ooh! Ooh! You know what? I'm just going to stop right there, man. I'm going to stop right there. And the first thing I looked at this morning on my Twitter account, who was it? Who was it? Jackson character. I can't remember his damn first name. Eugene Jackson. First thing I look on my damn Twitter account, the Doug Stewart prognostication picking continues. The curse of Doug Stewart picking games continues. If you're new to the show, I picked the North Carolina Tar Heels to win this game after the team that I originally picked to play and win the national championship, Kansas, was put out. So I took North Carolina, and I thought it was an easy peasy, deal. It was easy. I thought Carolina was going to dominate, but I've been wrong a lot over the last 6 to 12 months. I have been. And I'm going to go ahead and just embrace it. I'm going to go ahead and embrace it, man. I absolutely, right now, for the last calendar year, absolutely suck at picking these games. I do. And I'm not going to shy away from it. I'm not. And when I first proclaimed North Carolina to win it all, I got a lot of flack from the chat room, people saying, oh, we done now, Doug, pick our team. And you were right. You were right. It all started off early in the football season, the college football season. I picked the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets to make it to the national championship game. I didn't actually pick them to win it all, but I actually picked them to go to the national championship game. You know how that turned out. And then it continued. I picked the Carolina Panthers. I thought they were going to kick the dog doodle out of the, who was it? The New England Patriots. Who did they even beat for the Super Bowl this year? The Denver Broncos. I thought they were going to just destroy the Denver Broncos. You know how that turned out. Shut up! Shut up. So maybe, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, maybe the Stew Magic is gone. Maybe the Stew Magic is gone. Hell, I haven't had a job for over 3.5 years. Maybe the Stew Magic that we possessed for over 12 years, saying we, me, and my brother Ryan Stewart, the other half of the Two Live Stews, maybe the Stew Magic is gone. Maybe y'all should start calling me Schlep Rock. I deserve all of that. I deserve all of that, studio audience. Go ahead, give it to me. Because you couldn't have told me in a million years that North Carolina wasn't going to dominate in this game last night. As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for Marcus Page, this probably would have been a blowout. Marcus Page kept them in this game late in this game. If not for Marcus Page and just, he was on fire in fuego, If not for him and some of the biggest shots you will ever see at the end of a game last night, North Carolina probably loses this game by 20 points. Am I wrong? He bailed out North Carolina. He bailed out the Tar Heels. He bailed out Roy Williams all night long. Ball award to him on a Tuesday. We do Ballers and Busters on Monday. Yeah, y'all can go ahead and give it to me. I see in the chat room. I see what y'all saying about me in the chat room. That's fine. Cornelius Small, Stew Magic Take 2. Whatever, man. Whatever. If you're perfect in prognosticating these damn games, then step up. If you live in a glass house and you throw rocks and pebbles around, let's see if your glass don't break. That's all I'm saying. And anything you want to say to me, you jinx North Carolina, the Tar Heels are going to win it all until you spoke up, Dougie, that's fine. I'll take that today. I'll take personal responsibility for North Carolina. Even though I had nothing to do with shooting, even though I had nothing to do with defense, even though I had nothing to do with the play calling at the in-game situation last night, blame Doug Stewart for the Carolina Tar Heels losing the national championship to the freaking Villanova Wildcats. Go ahead, blame me. If that's going to make you feel better, Stewies, blame me. Blame me. Go ahead, blame me. If it's going to make you feel better about yourself, go ahead and blame me. Yes, I did pick Georgia Tech to play in the national championship game. That was bad. I'll acknowledge that. And yes, just like everybody else in America, damn near, I picked the Carolina Panthers to win it all, and they didn't do it. They didn't hold up their end of the bargain as the way I like to look at it. And yes, I did pick the Tar Heels to win it all last night. The spread was 2 points. I thought they were going to kill them. If I didn't stop wagering many, many years ago, I would have probably took out a second mortgage to put on Carolina. But that is why they play the games. Congratulations in the Ball Award to the Villanova Wildcats. Philly is in the house. Philly is in the house. Speaking of which, today on a Tribute Tuesday, because we can't find a ton of music for one particular artist that we can pay tribute to on a Tuesday from Philadelphia, today we have a medley of Philadelphia hip-hop and Philadelphia hip-hop artists that we're going to pay tribute to, we're going to pay homage to today. We're going to show Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, which is a damn lie. We're going to show the city of Philadelphia a little bit of love today on a Tribute Tuesday. You talk about a shot heard round the world, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. You talk about a shot heard round the world. When we get back from the break, man, I mean, we're going to talk about this game all day. I'm going to get your thoughts. I'm going to read a lot of chat. I don't even know what to say, and I'm not even a Carolina fan. I am not a Carolina Tar Heels fan, but I feel sorry for those young men. And Roy Williams, oh my gosh. You got all the talent in the world. You got darn bummed out last night, man, that in-game situation. I think. We'll talk about that. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. That's right. I talked about the chat, but you can still call the show old school style at 404-382-0338. If you just got to get it off your chest, give me a call. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. We got to give some kudos out to, obviously, Kris Jenkins when we get back from the break for Villanova. We got to give a shout-out to the Doug Stewart Show Bracket Challenge winner this year. Greg Hardy's in the news talking out the side of his damn neck. What's the matter with him? What's the matter, man? So we'll talk about Greg Hardy. Adrian Bronner, I forgot to get into his ass yesterday. Basketball Hall of Fame. There's a couple of those stories out there, man. But today, man, I'm the GOAT. You can call me the GOAT. You can give me a buster if you want on my own damn show. That's fine. I'm going to take it. Because I do feel some type of way. When the final second ticked off last night, I just looked up in the sky and says, damn, they going to kill me tomorrow. They going to kill me tomorrow. You really are a freaking schlep rock, man. What's the matter with you? You do this for a living. Why do you continue to pick these losers, man? So, hey, anything you got for me, man, you dish it out, I can take it. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-file, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7.
EVE come through in the minds of pride. Want it big like I live in the Taj Mahal. I don't get in the blase blah. That's why they love and
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Tribute Tuesday. Paying homage to the great rappers from the Illadelph. Today on a Tribute Tuesday. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Last night, man, the Villanova Wildcats, man, they do it. They win the national championship. I mean, I'm still stunned, man. Like the last couple of years, there's been a lot of games where I was just stunned at the very end, starting with that Super Bowl a couple of years ago between the Patriots and the Seahawks. Malcolm Butler with the interception in the end zone, man, just sealing the deal. Like, I remember just watching that stunned. And last night, North Carolina and Villanova and, it's just unbelievable. Like I'm so shocked right now. And then you look at the turn of events, man, and Marcus Page goes down, if not for the heroics of Kris Jenkins at the very end hitting the game-winning three-pointer. If not for that, Marcus Page has one of the most incredible end-of-game shots ever. Now, the problem was that was to tie and not to win. But he jumps and, takes the three-pointer, and he has to, contort his body in mid-air, and he hits a three-pointer to tie the damn game, and then it turned right around, and Kris Jenkins, oh my gosh, now when you talk about, Bryce Drew from Valpo and beating Ole Miss back in the day, or Tyus Edney from UCLA, or Keith Smart from who was it, Indiana when they beat Syracuse, or even go back to the Phi Slamma Jamma North Carolina State game, Derek Wittenberg shooting the three-pointer, and Lorenzo Charles catches it in midair and dunks it. And North Carolina State shocks. They shock Phi Slamma Jamma, the Houston Rockets, Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler, and those cats. Now, when you talk about the biggest shots, Michael Jordan versus Georgetown, when you talk about the biggest shots in basketball history, in that scenario to win the game, I think they said it's the first time it's happened since 1983. When you talk about the biggest shots in college basketball history, you have to now talk about Kris Jenkins. Ball award to that young man. Wow. Wow. 77-74 in dramatic fashion. The Villanova Wildcats, man, are once again NCAA champions. Last time they won it all, they shocked the world again. You see the title of today's show, Nova Shocks the Sports World again. So I was a Georgetown fan back in the day. Technically, I'm still a Georgetown fan. They just haven't done a lot for me to really talk about or brag about. And you couldn't tell me Georgetown wasn't going to destroy Villanova. And you know what happened with that. And then now they do it again, man. Congratulations once again. I don't know what to say. I mean, Villanova played a phenomenal game. A phenomenal game last night. There's no other way to look at it. They played a phenomenal game. Jay Wright called a great game as far as the head coach for the team. Incredible, man. I don't know what to say. And I'm not a fan of Philadelphia sports, obviously, because me and my brother had a thing that went down many, many years ago. If you're new to the Doug Stewart Show, I'll give you the brief story of it. For the Stewies, the cast that have listened to the Doug Stewart Show and to the Two Live Stews, they know that me and my brother Ryan Stewart, the other half of the world-famous Two Live Stews, took a group of listeners to Philadelphia. The Atlanta Falcons took on the Philadelphia Eagles. The last game in Veterans Stadium, it was a big-time thing. The Falcons were cooking. And, it was MV7. It was the Mike Vick experience. And we went up there, brash, braggadocious, and we were ready to kick ass. And everybody told us, just don't wear your Falcon stuff up there, man. It's going to be a problem. Those people are crazy. Man, F you. GTFOH. We're going to wear our Falcons-ish up here. And me and my brother almost lost our lives that day. Several times. The Philadelphia Eagles fans, man, accosted us the entire game. And so I've had a bad taste in my mouth about Philadelphia sports since then. And Philadelphia, once again, is a thorn in my side. Villanova back in the day beating Georgetown. And now this, last night. And once again, I'm not a Carolina fan, but I guess technically I was rooting for Carolina because, if it's not my team, then I root for the state team. If it's not for the state team, then I root for the geographic location. So I'm rooting for the team from the South. North Carolina, South Cackalack. So I'm rooting for Carolina last night. And once again, my name is Schlep Rock. Unbelievable game, man. Ball award to Kris Jenkins. Let me grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Yo, dollars and cents, Doug. What's happening, baby?
Dollars and cents. What's up, brother, man? What are your thoughts about last night, man?
You know what, man? Damn it. Williams is terrible, horrible game management. But look, I only got a couple of minutes, brother. You got me on the run, man. You got me out here like Maurice Claret, listening to you and your damn picks, man. I've been evicted out of my house, and I got some of the Italian mafia after my ass, brother. All right? So, look, hashtag don't ask Doug shit. All right? This is what I need for you to do.
Hey, brother, let me stop, man. Let me just go ahead and say, you know what? I deserve all of this, man. Go ahead. Give it to me.
I need for you to pick Golden State to win the title, and then I'll be good. I'll be able to pay off my debt, man. All right, with that, I'm gone. I got to go, man. These dudes is after me.
Hey, appreciate the call, dollars and cents. Now that I think about it, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, and as you can hear right now, I'm scratching my beard, Now that I'm thinking about it, I can probably use this to my advantage. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I can probably use this to my advantage. My man Dollars and Cents just made a good point just now. Why don't I pick against Golden State? They're the favorite right now. You'll get good odds. You'll get a good payday if you pick against Golden State right now, right? You got to think that they're favored to win the whole thing. I get good odds if I put my money on anybody else other than Golden State if I pick Golden State to win the whole thing, right? I mean, is that proper? If you know anything about craps, not street craps, but in the casino craps, they've got this thing called don't come, I think it's called, the don't come line or the no pass line or whatever. You actually betting against somebody to crap out. Maybe I can do that, man. Maybe I can turn this thing around. Maybe I can turn my frown upside down, huh? And maybe all of y'all can benefit from it. Maybe that's how I can make it up to the Stewies. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Maybe that's how I can make all of this right. Is I can pick against Golden State. We all can make a couple of dollars. We all can make a little bit of scratch. I mean, what do y'all think about that? That's what it's come to. That's what I've been reduced to as far as my prognostications. We got cats calling up here harassing me. Yeah. Maybe we can make that work. Maybe we can make that happen. I mean, we got to do something to turn our luck around here, man. In-game situation, he just talked about it last night. Dollars and Cents just called up and talked about Roy Williams, man. And I got an email from a cat earlier and talking about the in-game. Well, first of all, let me back up, man. There was a lot of questionable calls in this game last night, man, and all of those fouls that they called on Carolina. There was a lot of times, man, where there was no whistle needed. In particular, the play a couple of times, or one time in particular, I remember the Meeks kid dived on a loose ball, recovered the ball, and they called him a foul. There was a scrum for the ball. Y'all remember what I'm talking about. There was a scrum for the ball. The Meeks dude jumped down on the ball. He had possession of the ball, and they called a foul on him. I've never seen that before. It was a loose ball. There was another occasion where I think it was Meeks as well. It should have been a hell ball. They should have jumped it or whatever. He kind of put his hands around the guy. They kind of got tangled up, and they called a foul on him. And they replayed it, and the commentators, Grant Hill and Jim Nance and everybody agreed, like, that was a very questionable call. There was a lot of questionable calls last night. I don't want to make it sound like I'm making excuses for North Carolina. That was just one facet of the game that I thought was very interesting. All of the calls last night. I mean, the calls were horrible. And North Carolina still found a way to come back and fight back and get in the game. And like I said at the top of the show, when you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, without Marcus Page, they're not even in that game. With like 5 minutes left, they were down by like 12, 13? And then Marcus Page gets fire. He catches fire. They missed a couple of crucial free throws at the very end there, too, as well. I think it was the Barry kid for North Carolina missed 2 free throws in a row. I mean, that's the difference in the game right there. It's a game of inches. It is a game of inches, man. In basketball, football, all the sports, it's a game of inches, man. 1 centimeter, 1 inch difference as far as your free throw shot. You make a free throw. North Carolina doesn't tie that game last night. They win it. But it's a RAP. It's neither here nor there. If you're a Carolina fan, man, like I tweeted out last night, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I tweeted out last night, that hurt. That hurt. Now, y'all did a lot to even get back in the game, I'll say that. So, really, you can't be mad at the end of the day, I guess, because really, you shouldn't have been in the damn game. But to lose like that, an entire season, Roy Williams contemplating retiring, and you lose like that, that hurt. That hurts. And a lot of you are saying right now, it's your fault, Doug. Shut up, man. I'll take that. KC, it's a game of inches, Doug's life story. It is a game of inches. Newberry College, 1988 versus Catawba. The Catawba Indians. There was a bunch of Indians playing that day. From the half-inch line, they pulled me into the game, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, to go over the top. This is a true story. This is for the new listeners to the Doug Stewart Show, somebody just tuning in today. and 42 isolation. I remember like it was yesterday. And I made it over the top, but they didn't give me that inch. So goes my life. Getting a half inch and prognosticating games. We'll be back in 3 minutes. This is the Doug Stewart Show. What is ID Life? Well, over the last 18 years, a group of scientists and doctors have been working on the development of a one-of-a-kind nutritional supplement program that takes all the guesswork out of what you need and delivers your truly personalized pharmaceutical-grade nutrition with your name on it directly to your door. Through the integration of thousands of medical and scientific studies, answers you provide to the free assessment, and more than 5,470 algorithms that process the data, ID Nutrition recommends what you need, leaves out what you don't, and blocks things known to the system to have possible adverse effects based on the answers you provide. The result is a program that is revolutionizing the health and wellness industry. Welcome to ID Life. For more information, just go to thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. That's thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BV Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bvmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bvmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034. Yo, what time is it?
Looking at my Gucci, it's about that time. The school to start humming the rhyme. I heard you was out here playing my lines.
Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. April 5th, 2016. Today is a Tribute Tuesday. Y'all don't know nothing but no Schoolie D.
Man, never ever seen this later fool. Cause I use a microphone like a plumber uses a tool. 1, 2.
Yes, sir.
1, 2, 3,
I think the great Schoolie D is probably the first prominent rapper to come out of Philadelphia. I don't know, Rel Scott, can you confirm that? Today's a Tribute Tuesday, paying homage to Philadelphia. And the last time you ever see me doing this. Paying homage to Philadelphia. Although, every time I go to Philadelphia, man, I have a good time. I do. Obviously, with the whole cheesesteak thing they got going on around there, man. The Philadelphia strip club scene is a little bit different. And I've told this story before as well. So this wasn't the time that we went up there for the Super Bowl. We went up there, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I went up there for some other business. I can't remember what it was. And my boy, my line brother, Gwat, lives in the city of Philadelphia, and we went out to a strip club. So he's like, we going to the strip club, and we pull up, and I didn't see any strip club. Like, all I saw was a bunch of, like, closed businesses. And sure enough, we get out. We walk up to a door with no signage at all. And Guat knocks on the door and kicks on the bottom a couple of times. And somebody, opens it up, and they still got the chain lock on or whatever. And they look, and it's like, what's the password? And he says, Ishkabibbles. And they let us in. He gave a password. I don't know. Oh, Ishkabibbles is a steak place there in Philadelphia. And so they let us in, man, and the place is dark as hell. There's no lights. See, I'm used to, like, extravagance with the strip clubs or whatever. A lot of money, a lot of ballers, very lighted, 150 to 100 chicks dancing. And this place was like a dive. And I'm sure everybody in there was strapped. They didn't frisk us the first. We walked up in there, man, and it was a lot of debauchery going on. It wasn't just stripping. It was just a lot of debauchery going on. But for some reason, or for whatever the case may be, and this is the way it used to be, my man Rel Scott, my Philly insider, or maybe if my boy Guad is listening right now, he can confirm or deny this. For whatever reason, man, they can't advertise strip clubs in Philadelphia. You just got to know what a strip club is. Like, somebody got to tell you. And all of the stuff about the password and all of that, I was kind of exaggerating on that. But, yeah, you don't know there's a strip club. You walk right by a damn club and wouldn't know they was taking their clothes off up in there. So, Philadelphia is kind of different, man. The Illadelph, as they call it, man. And they won a championship last night. The Villanova Wildcats, college basketball national champions. Yeah. Here go my man Rel Scott right here. He says, sex in the back room, front room, and champagne room. Oh, man. You ever got the feeling like you shouldn't be here? That whole thing I said about the fact that they didn't really frisk us. And Philadelphia is real grimy. I mean, you think of Philadelphia, what? You think of like Freeway and Group Home. What's the name of that group that my man Beanie Siegel was in? You think about cats like that. You think of those big Muslim beards they be wearing around there. They real grimy. They be kidnapping folks in Philadelphia too. That's a big trade, a big industry around there. You think of Bernard Hopkins. You think of cats like that. Real grimy, And so we up in this spot, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. They didn't frisk us good. Not like I'm accustomed to being frisked. This is like 10, 15 years ago. They didn't frisk us good, man. And when I tell you, look to your left and look to your right and nothing but debauchery, Sodom and Gomorrah was going on. Listen, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Listen, I grew up in a family, very close relative of mine had a nightclub in our little hometown. For many, many years. And every other week they used to get raided. Every other week they used to kick in the doors and the police would come in there, make everybody stand up against the wall. And they used to just raid the place every other week because of somebody told them something. They gave them some type of tip, something illegal was going on. It never really was. It never really was. But when I was in this spot in Philadelphia in this little, I guess you call it a strip club, every second, I just thought any second now they're going to kick the damn doors in. And I'm going to be all up in here, radio host Doug Stewart, in a place of debauchery. And I just felt very, very uncomfortable. Me and my boy Guad talk about this all the time. I'm like, bruh, you realize you had me in like some type of underworld type strip club? I'm not used to that, bro. I'm from the A. I'm from the A, man. We do everything on the up and up around here with our strip clubs. Everything is on the up and up. As a matter of fact, you can't even touch the girls, let alone have sex all around you. But I digress. Ball award to Villanova. Let me read some of your chat here, man. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedugstewartshow.com. If you're tuning in for the first time, man, this is what we do around here. We have fun. We crack jokes, we talk sports, we talk entertainment. Speaking of which, we got an entertainment report coming up in about 30 minutes. Stay tuned for that. We don't take ourselves too seriously, man. We barbershop sports talk, man. It's debate at its finest. I mean, we do it better than anybody else in the world. Somebody tells you they do it better than us, they are a damn lie. They are a damn lie. From T-Dub. T-Dub says, got chased out of Germantown messing with this Italian chick. Yeah, I can imagine. From Clay, damn you, Roy Davis. Or damn you, Roy Davis. To lose the way North Carolina lose hurts more than the blowout that the Sooners got. I agree. Those cats, Mike and Mike, were talking about that this morning. And Mike Greenberg, his thing is he always talks from the perspective of a fan, and Mike Golick talks from the perspective of an athlete. But I think I might agree with Mike Greenberg on both accounts. You know, if you're an athlete or a fan, losing like that hurts. You know, when you get blown out like North Carolina or like Oklahoma did, you know, by the middle of the third quarter, when you're down by 30, you can start to take it in. You can start to realize that it's over. And then you start to reflect. By the time the game comes around, it's all good. You over it by the time the game comes around. You lose like you lost last night and you North Carolina, that still hurt right now. Because you start thinking about what ifs. Like I talked about in that last segment of how they missed some crucial free throws at the very end, that if they would have made one of those, the shot that Marcus Page hits, they win the damn game. So you start thinking about the little things that you should have done. When you get blown out by 44, it's all good, man. It just ain't our night. It wasn't meant to be. So I tend to agree with the whole concept of, man, a close loss hurts more than a blowout. I think that's true. From T-Dub, I used to live off of Broad and Lehigh when I was stationed there. From Tyrone Simmons, somewhere here in Virginia, if you want to go to the real strip club, not a dang topless bar. From Ralph Scott, I was in the strip club one time, got a lap dance right next to Beanie Siegel and State Property, but it was so dark, I didn't until we walked out. That's another thing about the strip clubs in Philadelphia. Like, I promise you, I couldn't see my damn hand in front of my face. Okay? Remember, I told you that they didn't really frisk us well. And this was a real thuggish type atmosphere. Okay? And I couldn't see my damn hand in front of my face. It was so dark in there. I'm like, man, do y'all understand the concept of lighting? What the hell is going on in Philadelphia? So literally all the debauchery was going on because you really couldn't see. All you saw was kind of like shadows, and you kind of saw the outlines of people humping and whatnot. Yeah. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. Now, I've been to some very ratchet strip clubs in my day. Probably second behind the Philadelphia strip clubs is Detroit. That great 8 Mile that they always talk about. 8 Mile or 7 Mile, one of them damn miles. But I always talk about how those strip clubs in Detroit is kind of like, they spooky. They're kind of like, you walk in and you feel like vampires dancing, like it's dusk till dawn out this bitch. But it ain't as strange as Philadelphia strip clubs. Am I lying? Ralph Scott, am I lying? If I'm lying, I'm dying. Very unique experience. I think once in every man's life before he dies, he needs to go to a Philadelphia strip club and just say you lived on the edge. Because that's what you're doing. You are living on the edge. You know? And I paid my little money to get up in there, so I basically says, man, I got to go ahead and eat this. I've been drinking a little bit. So in my right mind, I should have said, hey, bro, we need to get the hell up out of here. I mean, I can't be in a place like this. I'm a freaking public figure out this bitch. But we stood there and we took it. We didn't go a damn place. Yeah, man. Yeah. All right, when we get back from the break, man. I mean, it's Philadelphia's day. LaShawn McCoy gets some good news. Speaking of the city of brotherly love, we'll talk about that when we get back from the break. Damn, it's Philadelphia Day. We're paying homage to the hip-hop culture coming out of Philadelphia. Philadelphia is big on music in general. I think the whole neo-soul movement started out in Philadelphia, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look that up. Yeah, I think Jill Scott. I think Music Soul Child's from Philadelphia. We'll talk about that a little bit more when we get back. Don't go away. This is the Doug Stewart Show.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidator's nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7. Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Tribute Tuesday. Paying homage to Philadelphia hip-hop and the Philadelphia music scene. Wow. Yeah, my man Beanie Siegel in the background. Either you're going to get down or you're going to lay down. That should be our new theme, our new motto for the Doug Stewart Show. So all the other sports talk shows out there, either get down or lay down. To quote my man Beans. The number to the show is 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. And the great news for the city of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love continues. Not only do the national championship Wildcats get it done last night, not only are we paying homage to the city through music today, but LaShawn McCoy will not be charged for his alleged role in a February 7th nightclub fight with off-duty Philadelphia police officers. The Philadelphia District Attorney Seth Williams announced on Monday. Williams said there was insufficient credible evidence to charge McCoy, his friends, or the off-duty officers involved in the incident. What this says to me, man, is they didn't have nothing at all. What it also says to me is if LaShawn McCoy didn't have the money to pay for the best lawyers and for the best advisors and attorneys or whatever, and to advise him in this whole situation, his ass would be in jail. If this was like everyday Joe Schmo guy, like if this was me or if this was you listening right now, your ass would have been so locked up. So praise God, LaShawn McCoy has the ability, man, to get and pay for the best. I'm happy for that youngin'. I mean, it was nothing. It was a fight. It was a fight. They didn't know they were police. So the whole thing is a big, to do about nothing. And I also think that if this wasn't, under the media microscope, if we weren't observing this, once again, kind of tying into what I just said about the notoriety, if this wasn't like in the news or an ESPN or the newspapers every single day, if this was just, once again, under the radar type, just regular dude stuff, it'd have been a wrap too. But because America was kind of keeping an eye on this, they couldn't fudge the record. You know what I'm saying? Like the darn, you seen the video on social media of the postman and those cops in New York just harassed because they sideswiped him and they arrested his ass. That's type stuff that happens every single day. Okay? If you think for 1 second LaShawn McCoy, if not for the notoriety and because of the public outcry, because of, we're able to follow and chronicle the details of the story. If you think for 1 minute his ass would have been locked up and they would have just changed the story. He was resisting arrest. That's what they get your ass with now if they don't got nothing else. Resisting arrest. It's bootleg. It's absolutely bootleg. What was the guy's name, man? I can't remember the dude's name. Oh, Glenn Graves. That's his name. You seen the video all over social media. The guy was doing his job, a postman. And the police, plainclothes officers police, sideswiped his ass. So he did like any other person, especially in New York City. They scream at each other on the freeway, on the streets. And he screamed at them. They felt some type of way. They jumped out, and they locked this ninja up. And since then, those cops have actually lost their badges. The actual leader of that whole little crew of cops, he lost his badge. And once again, if not for the video, in this particular case, if not for the video in this LaShawn McCoy case, if not for the video in the Walter Scott case in Charleston, South Carolina, these cops would have just walked away, free and clear. That's that BS I'm talking about, man. What's the purpose of a damn trial for the Walter Scott case in Charleston? The dude was running away. The cop shot him in the back several times. Walked up to him. Took a taser, dropped the bomb, dropped evidence by the guy to try to frame him. What's the purpose of a damn trial? Kill a man in cold blood. And listen, I'm not going to stay on this, man, but I'm happy for LaShawn McCoy. I'm happy for him because this could have been so much worse. This could have been so much worse for that young brother. Trust me on that. They could have shot his ass that night. They could have killed all of them that night in that club and claimed that they were resisting arrest and claimed that they were assaulted first. Easily could have done it. Happens every day. Let me grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
What's up, Doug Stewart? What's going on?
What's going on? Who's this?
You know who it is. It's just the number one Chief Rocker, baby.
The number one Chief Rocker, Vern from Jersey. What's up, baby?
Hey, man, I just called to say, man, we know about you, man. It's about Villanova, baby.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just picked the team you wanted. Team lost, they just lost. I don't know why they get on you like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But that's a good idea, dollars a cent, man. Because I'm damn sure to ride with it, man.
Hey, Vern, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to think about this a little bit more, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, just somebody, I'm going to take Golden State, but just put your money on another team and win some money around here, all right?
Yeah, that's what's up, man. That's definitely what's up, man. Take Golden State, and my money riding on San Antonio to win it all.
Yeah, there it is. Thanks for the call, Vern. I appreciate your support. Speaking of Vern, man, and you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show, I don't think I've even talked about the Doug Stewart Show Bracket Challenge, which I should do. I should give credit where credit's due. And as we predicted yesterday, because everybody had North Carolina and nobody had Villanova winning the whole damn thing in the tournament, my man LaCasmus Terrell, a.k.a. Star-Lord, is this year's Doug Stewart Show Bracket Challenge champion. Hey, call the show, bro, if you can. If you're not at your job and your boss ain't on your back breathing down your neck, give the show a call, man. I'd like to talk to you and try to find out what your secret was. One thing I noticed about the brackets, once again, the top 5 guys, they all had North Carolina winning it. I don't think anybody in our whole bracket challenge had Villanova once again. Clearly, no one did because they would have at least finished in the top 10. And this kind of goes to show about this whole NCAA tournament bracket challenge thing being a shot in the dark, because I'm looking at most of the picks, and once again, the first 5 guys have North Carolina winning it all. I think a lot of our pickings in the tournament bracket challenge is based on what we know and what we're familiar with and the part of the country that we're in. I'm willing to bet that these top 5 guys have some type of allegiance to North Carolina or they live down south. I promise you, if you look at the brackets from people from the Tri-Cities area like Philadelphia, New York, and Jersey, if you look at their brackets, I promise you would see a lot more Villanovas winning it all. A big, contingent of our audience is from the South. Obviously, we're based here in the ATL. But my man, LaCasmus Terrell, man, once again, ball award to you, man. Congratulations, a.k.a. Star-Lord, for doing your thing and being the champion of the Doug Stewart Show Bracket Challenge. Call the show if you can. From my man, Uncle Mike, on the Spreaker chat. He says, I lost championships by blowout and a buzzer beater. Neither felt good, but the blowout hurt worse. Our basketball team got clowned for weeks. We got props for our buzzer beater loss. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Have I ever been? I mean, surely I've been. Oh, yeah. Okay, so 2. I can think of 2 times I've been blown out in my life playing sports. One, my senior year in high school. We got blown out by the Somerville Green Wave, which is our rival, which that really hurt. But once again, I mean, it was such a blowout, and I don't remember the score. It was such a blowout. I don't think that I was, that upset or crying or something like that at the very end. I don't believe so. Then the other time we got blown out, man, my freshman year in college, we played Newberry College. We played Georgia Southern. And if you remember Georgia Southern back during that time, they were a beast. And I promise you, by the middle of the second quarter, we were down like 30-0. And I just started questioning myself right there. I started plotting my exit right then and there. I said, I'm not going to stick around here for these sorry sapsuckers in this terrible program. And I was already figuring out a way to get the hell out of that school. But yeah, like the middle of the second quarter, we were down like 30-0. I think the final score was like 55-7. It was in Statesboro. It was hot as all get up. My parents came, brought my little girlfriend with them and whatnot, and we got our ass kicked the very first play of the game. I returned to kickoff, and I'm about to take it back to the house. True freshman, I'm about to take it back to the house. Whip, back, boom, hip pointer. Dude put his helmet in my side. The very first play of the game. I'll never forget it. The very first play of the game. Dude put his helmet straight into my hip bone, man, and I had a hip pointer, man, for the next couple of weeks, and we continued to get our ass kicked that day. It was just a horrible, horrible day. But just like I said earlier, I disagree with you, Uncle Mike. The ass kicking was so bad. After halftime, they came out and they scored another 14 points. You started thinking about next week. I started thinking about how I was going to mend this damn bad hip I had. I wasn't fretting it. They were a better team than us, clearly. They were a much better team than us. So I disagree, man. I think that the close games hurt more, man, because once again, you think that you have a chance, and you always look back at some of the things you could have done differently to change the outcome of the game. I don't know. All right, when we get back from the break, man, it'll be hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show. In about 20 minutes, man, a little entertainment news. I'm still paying tribute to Philadelphia music today, Philadelphia hip-hop. This is the People Show, the Doug Stewart Show. Don't go away. Protect yourself at all times. The referee issues that reminder because it's important to a fighter's safety and success. Doug Stewart here to tell you about the team at Strickland Security and remind you that living in the metro Atlanta area is sometimes like boxing. You've got to protect yourself at all times. There's nothing more important than ensuring the safety of your family and your home. And for business owners, protecting your business is critical because it's your livelihood. Strickland Security can satisfy all of your security needs. The staff of Strickland Security has a combined 55 years of experience protecting people and property. From alarm systems to uniformed security guards and everything in between. Strickland Security has an affordable solution for you. To see a list of all the security services they offer, visit their website at stricklandsecurity.com or give them a call at 800-422-9075. Again, that's stricklandsecurity.com or give them a call at 800-422-9075. What is ID Life? Well, over the last 18 years, a group of scientists and doctors have been working on the development of a one-of-a-kind nutritional supplement program that takes all the guesswork out of what you need and delivers your truly personalized pharmaceutical-grade nutrition with your name on it directly to your door. Through the integration of thousands of medical and scientific studies, answers you provide to the free assessment, and more than 5,470 algorithms that process the data, ID Nutrition recommends what you need, leaves out what you don't, and blocks things known to the system to have possible adverse effects based on the answers you provide. The result is a program that is revolutionizing the health and wellness industry. Welcome to ID Life. For more information, just go to thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. That's thedougstewartshow.idlife.com. Do you have your own radio show? Are you an artist or a DJ? BB Mobile Apps is the solution for you. They specialize in creating mobile apps for entertainers. That's right. You can have your own mobile app where your followers can hear your shows or music, watch your videos, and view all your social networks in one place. You can even make money with banner ads and send push notifications directly to your audience to make sure they get your messages. Everyone has their phones on them, right? A mobile app will add credibility to your brand because your content will be accessible to them while they're on the go. BV Mobile Apps also makes apps for bloggers, actors, and producers. The process only takes about 20 minutes. Just go to bvmobileapps.com and click Get Started Now. That's bvmobileapps.com and tell them the Doug Stewart Show sent you. Hour number 2 of the Doug Stewart Show, baby. Yes, sir. Tribute Tuesday, the best show in the world. Speaking of which, I think, your boy Cassidy is from Philadelphia, man. Today is a Tribute Tuesday, paying homage to Philadelphia music. Villanova Wildcats get it done last night, man. Ball award to Kris Jenkins hits the miracle shot at the end to win it all. And my man Jay Wright has his first national championship. He's been solid, man, ever since taking over for he was in the stands last night, the great Raleigh Massimino. He's been solid as hell as a coach, man. They've had some close calls where they could have advanced further in the tournament over the last couple of years. They were ranked number 1 for a couple of weeks this year as well, man. So once again, today is their day, man. Congratulations to Philadelphia sports fans, to the Villanova Wildcats, to the program. Hey, the Doug Stewart Show, man, is doing a lot of great things. Thank you so much for tuning in. We can promote you on social media. We have a vast social media network. We do voiceovers, host or speak at your event, play music on our shows or on the network as well. Interview you, kind of do like an infomercial type interview where we'll play that interview on the station and on the network. And the big thing that we're doing, man, is we are broadcasting other shows. If you have a good podcast, a good online show, but you don't have a lot of listeners, we got a lot of listeners built into this show and into this network. Over 10,000, close to 11,000 followers to Stewart Media and Entertainment. That's big. It may not compete with the millions that, some of these major networks have as far as listeners, but on the online world, that's actually pretty big, man. So if you want to get down with the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. Let's do some business. 404-382-0338. You can also email me at doug@thedougstewartshow.com. I saw somebody in the chat room mention, why didn't they guard the inbounds play last night at the end of that game? Like I don't understand that at all. I kind of get why they had Bryce Johnson, underneath the goal at the other end. A lot of people are questioning why he wasn't out on the perimeter guarding somebody. He only had 4.7 seconds left. You would want to get his length into the equation, but he wasn't. He was under the goal. The only thing I would say about that is usually in that situation, kind of like Tyus Edney, kind of like Bryce Drew, or Bryce Drew didn't shoot I don't think he made a layup, but Tyus Edney in particular for UCLA, the shot that he hit in the tournament, man, I mean, he basically went to the basket. And so you kind of got in your mind of seeing this play out before, where a guard gets the ball, he dribbles past a couple of defenders, gets to the basket, and hits a layup. Or he penetrates and he dishes an alley-oop and it's a slam dunk and the game is over and they win. So I understand them wanting to guard against, dribble penetration, but the inbounds play, I thought, and then also Jenkins, the funny thing about the play calling at the end is Jenkins is their best three-point shooter. I looked it up, and he actually has 100 three-pointers on the season. He has like 25 more three-pointers than I'm not going to even try to pronounce his name, the white kid for Villanova that played point, who had a great game last night. But he had like 25 more three-pointers than him. So you have to put a man on him. You know that? You don't you know that? You have to stop that guy. And they didn't do it, man. It was a wide-open jump shot. I mean, it was as close as wide open as you can get in that situation, man. Just very questionable play calling by Roy Williams at the end, and the calls that were being made by the referee against North Carolina, they came at the most inopportune times. It was tough, man. And once again, I'm not a Carolina fan. You're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. I'm not a Carolina fan. I root for Southern teams against Northern teams, or East Coast teams, or West Coast teams, or Deep South teams. I root for the South. And so I wanted North Carolina to win. I'm glad that I'm not a North Carolina fan all the way, because that hurt last night. Damn, that hurt. From a man Sluggo, he says if UNC had put pressure on the ball, the refs would have called a ticky-tacky foul. They took their chances with a deep three, and it backfired. And that's another thing. Yeah, I mean, right. I mean, the guy, in relative terms, with 4.7 seconds left, in relative terms, a three-pointer, with a hand in his face, the North Carolina defender was in the guy's face, you can't really ask for more than that. I mean, that kid, Jenkins, man, he's never going to have to pay for another thing in the city of Philadelphia. Like, they always show Ed Pinckney. They always show Ed Pinckney at the game, like he was at the game last night. Like, he's never going to have to pay for another thing in Philadelphia for the rest of his life. That man never going to have to pay for a dinner. Ball award to him, man. Let me grab a call. Caller, thanks for calling the Doug Stewart Show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
My name Cuddy. Cuddy Jackson. You might know me as Old Man Cuddy.
Old Man Cuddy! How you doing, brother?
I ain't doing too good, Doug. Yeah, thanks to you. But I ain't here to call about your prognostication. I call here to make a deal with you.
Hey,
I got 3 teams left. You know, took care of one of my teams, the Tar Heels.
Right.
I want to make a deal with you, Doug.
Yes, sir.
I got 3 teams left. I got the Knicks, I got the Giants, and I got the Yankees.
Okay.
I'll pay you such and such a month if you keep those team names out your mouth and out of your prediction.
Old man Cuddy. Old man Cuddy. I'm not gonna predict the Knicks or anybody else, for the rest of the year. So you good, man. You good.
Okay, man. I'll cut you a check, dude. Thanks.
Hey,
Take care.
I appreciate you, old man Cuddy. That's the great old man Cuddy. First time he's ever called a show. All I can do is laugh, man, because for some reason, man, my luck has turned. We had this thing called Stu Magic that was unstoppable. It was unbeatable. For over 12 years, Stu Magic reigned supreme. And over the last year, man, I am a schlep freaking rock. So I deserve that, old man Cuddy. Well, man, old man Cuddy has a show on Spreaker as well. Very, very entertaining show. From Andre Elam. Clay, I read a nice piece about AI yesterday. People didn't know that AI is nice with a pencil. He is a very, very good artist that explains the body artwork. Okay, I didn't know that. I did not know that about the great Allen Iverson. We will definitely talk about the Basketball Hall of Fame. They've got a new class that will be inducted. Some very, very big names. In particular, Allen Iverson is on there as well. So we'll talk about that, and we'll do it at the 11:30 a.m. Eastern Time hour right here on the Stewart Media and Entertainment Network, the Doug Stewart Show. Let's look at who we got here in the chat room on Spreaker.com. Leon, I played against AI in college. You would be surprised how small he really is. Oh, yeah, AI is rail thin. It's not that he's, short in relative terms for a basketball player, an NBA player, but he's skinny as all get up, skin and bones. But you know what? He's tough like a little piece of leather. You know what I'm saying? AI was tough, man. Player of the year in the state of Virginia coming out of high school, played quarterback, ran the ball, kind of like an option spread style quarterback. That AI is that dude, man. One of my favorite players of all times. One of my absolute favorite players of all times, Allen Iverson, man. I always root for the little guy for obvious reasons. And Allen Iverson was that dude. That was my guy. From Clay, damn you, Roy Davis. Andre, nobody was messing with Cheryl Miller. Not Holesclaw, Taurasi, or Parker. Ooh, I have no idea. I don't remember Cheryl Miller when she played back in the day. When she played for USC. I don't remember most of these chicks because I really don't pay attention to women's basketball, to be honest with you. If you're new to the show. Just not a fan. Respect them. Much love to them for doing what they love doing, but I'm just not a fan of women's basketball. But, yeah, all of these names, Cheryl Holesclaw, I know the names, probably because of osmosis and, being in this business for so long. Cheryl Holesclaw used to play for Tennessee. Diana Taurasi played for UConn. And Candace Parker. Who did Candace Parker play for? I can't remember. That's one I don't remember. Cheryl Miller, I remember seeing pictures of her. I think she played for USC. And speaking of which, tonight, women's college basketball national championship game. UConn taking on Syracuse. Breanna Stewart could be the first player, I think it's in men or women's basketball history, to win 4 national championships and be player of the year or player of the tournament 4 times in a row as well. So that's big things popping. I'll probably watch a little bit of it tonight. Speaking of which, maybe this is where we can make some money. If I pick UConn to win, which I'm sure UConn is favored in this game probably by 30. Safe to say, right? They've been killing everybody all year. I'm going to try to find it during the break. But maybe I pick UConn and we put our money on Syracuse. Just my luck, UConn to win by 50. Shut up! I know I got a problem. I'm addressing the problem. Shut up! Shut up! Yeah, I can't even lose on this UConn pick. Hey, when we get back from the break, man, a little bit of entertainment news. I'll read more of your chat. This is the Doug Stewart Show.
At Ticket Liquidator, we believe you should have access to the experiences you want to be a part of. Since 2003, Ticket Liquidator has been connecting buyers and sellers with the most sought-after and often sold-out events across the country. Ticket Liquidators' nationwide network gives you access to one of the largest online inventories of sports, theater, and concert tickets, with prices lower than most companies in other markets. And our security policies are solid, so you can buy with absolute confidence. More tickets, better service, and lower prices, so you can witness the best entertainment, culture, and sports events worldwide. At Ticket Liquidator, we know that seeing a legend bring down the house or watching your team win the championship is about more than a ticket. It's about being there. For all your sports and entertainment ticket needs, call us at 855-638-3034. Again, that's 855-638-3034.
Fantasy sports fans are winning huge cash prizes every day at DraftKings.com. America's favorite place to play daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy means no season-long commitments. Play whenever you want. Just pick your sport and draft your team. It's like a new season every time you play, so you're never stuck with the same players. Last year, $300 million were won at DraftKings.com, and you could be next to win big. Go to DraftKings.com now and enter promo code STU to play for free. That's STU for free entry now at DraftKings.com. Also, if you use promo code STU, DraftKings will match your initial deposit up to $600. Deposit $600, play with $1,200. DraftKings.com, promo code STU. This is your folk, Doug Stewart. Want to protect you and your family from life's unexpected mishaps? Then join 7. Join 7 is a prepaid legal company under the umbrella of the Protection Group. Join 7 is the only group benefit or motor club in the U.S. that offers auto reimbursement coverage, key replacement coverage, roadside assistance, gives you a current Medi-File, prescription savings, and fully encompassed prepaid legal benefits that include identity theft. They got your back. The average combined cost to purchase these benefits individually is over $850 a year. Join today and take advantage of all 7 for $17 a month. They've been around for over 20 years, so check them out by clicking on the banner link on my page, thedougstewartshow.com, or the app. Just go ahead and join 7.